Hi, boss. My mentees are going to share about the Apple company, right? Apple business model creates a premium ecosystem of integrated hardware. For example, iPhone, Mac, and watch, right? And it generate revenue up to 50 percentage for iPhone and 26 percentage high margin service and rest from Mac, iPad, and wearables.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to take a BMC video on topic about company Apple. Apple targets three main segments. Premium consumers aged 18 to 45, especially Gen Z and millennials with household incomes over 100k dollars seeking status and quality. Second, enterprises and professionals using Macs, iPads and enterprise service for productivity. Third, developers and content creators accessing 2.2 billion active users through the App Store and Apple Music platform. This diverse customer base spans 175 plus countries, creating massive scale while maintaining premium positioning. That's Apple's target market.
Hello everyone. Value propositions. What does Apple offers that keeps consumer loyal? First, seamless ecosystem integration. Your iPhone, Mac, Watch, and iPad work together effortlessly through handoff and continuity. Second, on-device AI privacy protection that computation that match keeping your data safe. Third, premium design and build quality that signals states that reliability. Finally, App Store experience exclusive service like Apple TV. This creates high switching costs once you are in, you stay in. That's Apple competitive edge.
Hi, I'm Shamkaran here to talk about the topic revenue streams. Good day. Apple generated approximately $416 billion in fiscal 2025 across two categories. Hardware dominates. iPhone contributes 50% at $209 billion, Mac, iPad, wearable, other 24% at around $100 billion combined. But here's the magic. Services grew to 26% of revenue at $109 billion, including App Store commissions, Apple Music, iCloud subscriptions, and Apple Care. Services enjoy 70% plus profit margins versus hardware's 40%, making them Apple's growth engine as phone sales mature. Smart diversifications drives sustainable profits.
Team Apple key activities include intensive R&D spending 3.34 billion annually on custom chips like M series and A series processors. They focus on product chain, global supply chain management without owning factories and legendary marketing, launch event and emotional branding. Key sources: property, hardware, platform iOS and Mac OS software, ecosystem, massive service, infrastructure, and the Apple brand valued the hundred of billions.
Hello everyone. Apple keep partners including the supplements and the Fastcon and the TSMC for manufacturing. The telecom and the carriers in the handling 75% of US iPhones sales, and app development and the creating and the ecosystems and the values, and content they provide to the Apple Music and Apple TVs, and they are the describable the products of the China to India for supply chain and resources. The multiple channels in the approving the management the brand controller will achieve the goals and reach in strategic in partnership engage the skills.
Customer relationships, automated self-service through App Store and iCloud, premium Genius Bar support, community engagement via forms, and ecosystem lock-in feature like iMessages and AirDrops. This builds lifetime locality while keeping support cost efficient that complete Apple business model canvas.
Hi, this is Sanjay. I would talk about customer jobs and pains and gains. So next, let's cover customer jobs, pains and gains. So Apple's customers want to stay connected, create content, work productively. So on track health, iPhone handles communications, Max excels at creative works, watch monitors, fitness. So these likes. And then their pains, battery anxiety, data privacy fears, device fragmentation and complex software updates. Apple solves these with all-day battery, on-device AI privacy, ecosystems, continuity and seamless iOS updates. Furtherly, gains include status from premium design, time saving from automations like Siri, shortcuts, Hey Siri, and delight from initiative interfaces. Apple turns everyday frustrations into premium experiences that customers crave and pay for.
Hi, I'm Nitish. Cost structure and key metrics. Finally, deep dive in cost structure and key metrics. Apple biggest cost R&D at 34.5 billion. They track success via service cross margin 70%. App Store daily consistent customer lifetime value. Net promoter score consistency above 70. This data driven approach ensure they invoice where growth components. Apple's Canva creators profit factors through ecosystems. Thank you.
Cost structure. Finally, Apple's cost structure. R&D consumes $34.5 billion of innovation, sales, general and administrative expenses hit $27.6 billion for marketing and operations, plus manufacturing, cost and supply chain logistics. They invest heavily where it matters most, cutting edge technology and brand building.